set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
To avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3 and out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here now Roberts. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold out to his left. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. They'll run here with Akers. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to troop a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down on the line of scrimmage. Stafford. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now Foreman. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Back deep, Brandon Powell. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready for this next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. After one, 7-0 on the East. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers about ready to take over. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Darnold. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Darnold on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Second down and 10, Darnold. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Stafford on third down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Now Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Stafford going to give this to Akers. The Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Ready.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And that one almost intercepted. It's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on. But instead, it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A play fake, and it's Darnold on the move to his left. Thomas brings it in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Foreman, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So we reach. Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the 3rd quarter we march. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Sam Darnold and the Panthers now readying for their next drive. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
From the 24, Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Holding. Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up. Play action. It's Darnold. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Foreman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter from Charlotte. Darnold from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold rolling to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Tyler Higbee. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Darnold completes it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now Darnold keeps him, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A carry for Foreman. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in the 1st down. Faking the give, Darnold steps away toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He gets it to Thomas. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. D'Onta Foreman taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Stafford's throw here, hauled in by Kupp. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his reps here at this stage of the game as they start behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to 3rd and 4. In search of 3 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 10. A minute 6 to play. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Out to his left. Pass complete. Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there at 22. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Darnold. This will be caught downfield by Marshall. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As it's stopping with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On the ground, it's Akers. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.